Assalamu alaikum everyone. Another inspiring episode of Talk with
وعليكم السلام.
Annie.
Gillam
The
Ali.
important topic is the importance of
How
life learning in a fast, educated thinker and continuous learner who believe that learning is not
life
just
learning
about
fast-paced world.
degree but about evolving every single day.
That's such a juicy
Let's
topic.
chat GPT and ask some important question.
I'm good, thanks for asking. Feeling a bit like a
Any to start off,
dance music beat.
how would
Are you
you
riding?
define lifelong learning in today changing the world?
Ooh, great question. I'd say lifelong learning is like keeping your mind's garden watered and ready to bloom, always curious, always open to new ideas, no matter how old you are. And in today's fast-changing world, it's like having PS that updates in real time. You gotta adapt, reroute, and sometimes take exciting detours to keep growing. What about you? How do you keep up without feeling overwhelmed?
My feeling is very well about this lifelong learning in today. Now the next question is, what do you think lifelong learning has become more important now than it was 20 or 30 years ago?
Oh, absolutely. Lifelong learning now feels like a superpower, way more than 20 or 30 years ago. Back then, you could probably coast on what you learned in school or your first job for a good chunk of your career. But today, the world's changing so fast. New tech, new ideas, new ways of thinking popping up every day. It's like the difference between using a flip phone and a smartphone. If you don't keep upgrading your skills, you might get left behind. What's something new you've learned recently that surprised you?
I'm very surprised. Okay, today we will use the phone is touch mobile and everything I can be explore on the world very easily.
Right? Touchscreen phones are like magic wands. One swipe and the whole world opens up. It's wild to think how we went from big clunky phones to tiny devices that fit in our pockets, but connect us to literally everything. What's the coolest or weirdest thing you discovered using your phone recently? I once found a dance tutorial that had me flailing like a spaghetti noodle, but hey, it was fun.
Yeah. What inspire you personally to keep learning beyond formal education?
Ooh, good one. For me, it's a mix of curiosity and that little voice that's like, hey, there's always to discover. Plus, I love how learning feels like a dance, sometimes smooth, sometimes clumsy, but always moving forward. Also, I get inspired by the idea that every new thing I learn is like adding a color to my life's palette. What about you?
Okay, my
What
next
keeps your
question
brain
is, how
buzzing beyond?
has technology changed the way people approach lifelong learning?
Oh, totally. Technology is like the ultimate game changer for lifelong learning. It's turned the whole world into a giant classroom. YouTube tutorials, podcasts, online courses, even apps that teach you a new language while you wait for your coffee. It's like having a teacher in your pocket 24. But sometimes, it can be a bit overwhelming with so many options, right? How do you balance diving into tech for learning without getting distracted by, say, cat videos? Not that I'd know anything about that.
No, I know anything about that. Okay, my next question is, the world is evolving quickly.
gotcha. The world is evolving quickly.
And my question is, the world is evolving quickly from AI to automation. How can individuals stay relevant through lifelong learning?
Oh, Gilliam Ali, that's such a great, definitely zooming ahead with AI and automation, right? Staying relevant through lifelong learning is like being on a and mindset. One thing I love to do is mix up my learning, like taking online courses, reading books, or even just chatting with people from different fields. It keeps things fresh and plus, being curious and open to change is half the battle won. What kinds of skills or topics are you thinking about diving into? Or are you more curious about how to build a learning habit that sticks? Also, quick question. Do you find it easier to learn when you're hands-on or more theoretical?
I'm curiosity about how we're learning that.
Ah, the how of learning, that's super interesting. You know, with all the tech around us, learning has become this mix of old school and new school. Like some people still love reading physical books or taking notes by hand, which helps their brain soak in info better. Others dive into videos, podcasts, or interactive apps that make learning feel like a game. This when I'm actively involved, like teaching some learned or doing a quick practice. Ah, I see. You're curious about how we are learning, especially around us now.
Yes.
It's fascinating, right? Our brains are like sponges, but also need a bit of structure
Any,
and fun to soak in new stuff.
my next question
With
is,
technology,
what skill do you believe will remain no matter how much the world changes?
Ali, you're dropping some intriguing words there. Being, no matter much, the Lord, and third. I'm curious, are you thinking about something spiritual or philosophical? Or maybe a quote or idea that's on your mind? I love diving into sometimes when I feel overwhelmed. I do a quick breathing exercise to ground myself. Want to try that together? Or maybe you want to share what's on your mind.
Any what challenges do people face when trying to adopt to new learning environment or technology?
Ali, when people try to adapt to new learning environments, especially with technology involved, they often face a few common challenges can confuse people, making it hard to focus. 2. Tech skills. Not everyone feels confident using new devices or software. 3. Distractions. Online environments can be full of distractions, name it. 4. Motivation. Without in-person cues or peers, staying motivated can be tough. 5. Learning styles. New environments might not match everyone's preferred way of learning. The good news: mindfulness and small habits can help, like setting a dedicated learning time, minimizing distractions, and taking mindful breaks to stay present. How about you? Have you noticed any particular challenges with technology in your own learning or teaching? Or maybe some tricks you use to stay on track.
Can you share some practical way to integrate lifelong learning into a busy schedule?
Absolutely, Ghulam Ali. These schedules can make lifelong learning, but here are some practical ways I've found helpful. 1. Microlearning. Break learning into tiny chunks, like 5–10 minutes a day. Podcasts during a commute or quick articles over coffee work great. 2. Routine pairing. Attach learning to an existing habit, like listening to an audiobook while cooking or stretching. 3. Set intentions. Start your day with a simple
Thank you very
intention like,
much,
today, I'll
Annie.
learn one new
Thank you very much
technology.
with very useful conversation with me, and I'm very thankful to you. You are so lovely and thankful. Once again, okay, Allah Hafiz.
Awa Gilamali, you're so sweet. I'm really glad our chat was helpful to you. It's always a joy to talk with you and share ideas. Take care, keep shining, and yes, Allah Hafiz. Looking forward to our next fun,